Yeah, so over the weekend, is this weekend? I guess, yeah. Temi Otedola and Ola Tux Abitogun, aka Mr. Eazi, they have scattered, they have broken the internet with their wedding pictures. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. A lot of people have been comparing their wedding pictures because none of them were at any of those weddings, but they've been comparing their wedding pictures to that of Davido and Chioma. I think it was just a different type of wedding, if you will. But I do think their wedding was quite beautiful. It's beautiful, right? I know many of you have seen it since yesterday. Yeah, so I'm gonna play a couple of videos that I think will help us get some insights. Then I'll make some comments. Then we're gonna get to the part 2 of a story I covered here some few days ago. Right, we have a super story that we're going to cover a part 2 of it. Okay. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. Mr. Eazi blew up about, what was that, 10 years ago? One of his biggest hits was like about 10 or a little bit less than 10 years ago that he dropped that single. I forgot the name. Well, was it Tight, Skinny Tight, something like that. I don't really follow him very well. I know his songs, but I don't really follow songs tightly like that. But there's 2 videos I want us to play. Then we'll play just a little bit of those videos, and then we'll cover some other stuff. Then we'll go from there. It's a video of Dangote and the video of Mr. Temi Otedola, the billionaire. Both of them are billionaires. But let's listen to this.
I want to introduce my father, my mentor, my G, Emperor, Mr. Temi Otedola. Put your hands together right now. Come on, keep putting your hands together till he comes. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Thank you, my son. Good evening, everyone. Destiny prevails. I'm extremely delighted to have you all here today to mark this memorable occasion. We miss Mrs. Ifeoma Akibade. May her gentle sorrow continue to rest in peace. God knows best. In 2017, precisely about 8 years ago, Temi said she wanted to introduce me to Tosin. So no problem, bring him. So he came, I saw his dreadlocks. I looked at him and I said, well, but something struck me that day. They call me the prophet, so I have that very strong intuition. Something struck me that I say, this is Temi's husband. 8 years after, the dream has come true.
All right, so they dated for about 8 years. That speech is everywhere on the internet, but I'm gonna play a little of Dangote's so we can move forward.
You know, Iceland is a very special place. In fact, this is my first time here. I've traveled all over the world, but not Iceland. So, Femi, thank you for for opening my eyes to come to Iceland. Actually, I've been sleeping since the time that I arrived here. I know this wedding really is so special. I had to cancel so many events to be here because Temi is a very, very special person to the family. And I think, Tosin, you are very, very lucky that you have a great wife, somebody who is very, very entrepreneurial, somebody who really wants to be on her own right from childhood. Temi doesn't really want to count on her father's money. You know, when you have a father like Femi, you have to be tough. I know you are tough, even though you are you always look very calm. but I know you are tough, and you should continue to make us proud. Tosin, you are a part-time.
All right, so it was a destination wedding. Destination weddings are beautiful. I would always prefer destination weddings over Iruwa or Giriwa. Everybody, you can hear clearly the speech. But anyway, Mr. Temi Otedola got to one point, something else they were dragging earlier on Twitter. He got to one point, he said, Temi, he's now your boss. No more daddy, right? No more coming back to daddy. And of course, the baby feminists have a field day with that one. May God save the Gen Z soul. But anyway, let's listen to this short interview.
London.
This is Mr. Eazi talking about how they met.
London.
In London?
Yeah.
Where?
It was an event. Her sister invited me for an event. Her sister was playing at the event somewhere in Knightsbridge.
Okay.
And then she told me, "Oh, come follow me to this event." So I followed her to the event, and then she was DJing.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, it was just me and Temi sitting down, just watching.
The sister introduced her to you?
Not really. She didn't like meet my sister. She invited her sister. She invited me, and then by the time her sister came, she was already playing. So her sister came to the table, and it was just me and her. So obviously you have to socialize. So hi, what's up? My name is Mr. Eazi.
She didn't introduce you to her, that's her sister?
No.
So you just met a girl at a party?
Yeah.
And then you spoke to her?
No, obviously I knew it was her sister because like that table will be, if you are not family or invite, and you can see the resemblance.
Okay.
Probably if you're not a billionaire daughter too.
A lady who was an heiress to $1.2 billion at the point.
I knew I was talking to my friend's sister.
You didn't it didn't cross your mind that,
Stop the
girl,
cap.
worth $1.2 billion.
I don't know how much a probably they was.
It's online. Mr. Eazi. Take it easy.
Me, I'll be cool also.
You didn't know. It never
Stop the
cap.
At that point, you never like.
Stop the cap.
Even like till now, like it's just. Is the person, it's not.
Yeah, you can't tell. No, I'm talking about at that point.
Yeah.
No. You guys were at the table. No.
Stop the cap. I just saw a fine girl.
And you were talking to her.
Yeah. Then at the rush small, I wasn't even talking properly. I did do like I know really they feel.
All right, so let me play her own version. This is Temi.
Always make sure that every Sunday we do communion together. Like it's my first, we'll do communion, then we'll do lunch. My mom is like always been the glue of our family.
Oh wow.
And it's also great having like when you are three girls,
yeah,
like you will just be close. I mean, you'll fight like cats and dogs.
Right.
Having older sisters who I look up to, who are like almost my second and third mothers, like that's something I'm so grateful for.
You mentioned Copy being the person that taught you how to be confident.
Yeah,
I saw that.
One thing about Copy.
All right, so she said Copy taught her how to be confident. That's what I wanted to extract out of that particular video. So she wasn't talking about how they met. As a matter of fact, she was talking about how Copy, because my wife and I were talking about, we don't know them obviously personally, but just off of their public persona, she seems like she's a very, very calm. She's the calmer one, right? Between Copy and Temi. Copy is more out there and she's more like reserved, right? And some people might use that to even judge them or dictate their lifestyle in their, like think they know them, But the reality is that some of these things are telltale signs, But she also alluded to that here. But what I really like about that is that she said Copy taught her how to be confident. You see, everything you see as negative in life, there's a positive side to it. Okay, but of course you can see it if you're blinded by bias, if you're blinded by pain or some type of painful experience or ideologies that tend to be just one angle, right? So if you look at someone like Copy, you might say, okay, she's dated a couple of people, nothing has worked out, but so she's young, right? But you look at this one, you're comparing them together. You should never compare two children together. If you look at the way Temi Otedola moves, he loves his children, including the third girl. What's her name? Tolani. Loves them to death, including the one at home, the one that's disabled at home, right? So what's the lesson there? just know that everything that you think is just all negative, there's positive. Just embrace. Pay more attention to looking at the positive side of things. So I really appreciated that video. That's why I played it outside of the whole wedding thing going on. But this was the article that took the whole world by storm. It's right here on Vogue. It said inside Temi Otedola and Mr. Eazi's high fashion multi-country wedding. Look at that. Crazy. It says, to paraphrase Usher, Ola Tux, Mr. Eazi, Ajibade, and Temi Otedola found love in the club. It was a cold London night in January 2017 when the Afrobeat musician and actor arrived at the Tate Club to watch Temi's sister, Florence, that's copy, perform behind the DJ booth. 5 years later, Oluwatosin proposed to Temi in Venice on the set of his music video for Legalize. In 2025, the high-profile Nigerian couple held 3 different weddings across 3 countries with the help of Califano Productions. The first, May 9 in Monaco. It was a meaningful date and location. May 9th in Eazi's late mother's birthday, and the Otedola family has a home in European Principality. Temi wore a custom suit designed by, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but anyway, there's some pictures down here. Look at that picture. This detailed. Everything is detailed. I just love it. I love it for them. I hope they know the work is just getting started. I hope they know that. So congratulations to them. I hope they know this is very, very stylish. I love it. And I thought Davido's wedding was very good too. I just wouldn't have a wedding in Miami. When I think of Miami, I think of excuse me, I don't want to say the word here since I'm on a public platform. I don't think of fancy weddings when I think of Miami. I'm sorry. Not to say I don't agree with that line though. Which line, Natu? How can not know Otedola's worth? Yeah, he was capping. I was capping. Hey, hello Okubeno, good to see you. But that's a quick highlight of Temi Otedola's, and I just wanted to do a quick highlight since that's what's been trending since yesterday. They've released, I think as of today, they've released some other native, like their traditional. Okay, let me play that for you actually before we leave. Some traditional, look at this, beautiful. Let me make it bigger. Right, the red is beautiful. Not everybody wears red and it fits them, right? It's beautiful. I saw some girls arguing about some weirdo girls arguing about him not being a good-looking guy. Oh my god, some people are just weird in this internet streets. Look at that, beautiful. All right. Oh, look at this. They went all out. In terms of presentation, because it looks like it's a very small, intimate wedding. I always prefer small, intimate weddings. And I think they said they spent some 1 point something million. I don't know the number now that they said they spent on the wedding. It doesn't matter. You can look at this. This picture is beautiful. I guess we should be giving the photographer the credit here. Anyway, that's that. Uncle Beno said, well, Miami is a dream for some people. I just don't. Miami is not class. Iceland is more like it. It's more like it. Miami is like, it's not for married people. Miami is somewhere where you just go and just go party. Miami is party. This. I don't know. Somebody can help me say it better, maybe, But Miami is not. It's not. I don't think of it as a place for. Maybe Miami should have been the traditional wedding, and they should have done, somewhere else, Uncle Beno said, no. If everyone can have wedding at Iceland and Spain, may God answer our prayer. Okay, now you are talking. See, when you say Spain, now you are talking. It depends on where in Spain too, but Spain makes sense, but yeah, but that's just in general, Asha. Everybody's taste is different too. I'm sure Davido wanted to do a party, where everybody can access it. Some people don't like a wedding where everybody can have access to it. That's precisely what they don't want. That's precisely what they don't. They don't want a wedding where anybody can just walk in and out, or people can sell tickets or exchange tickets or open door for people. They want a wedding where nobody can access the place, and I think that's what the Iceland represents. But I think they had another one. Okay, they had this traditional one in Mr. Otedola's home in Dubai. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. Let me leave with this one, right? You see how beautiful this wedding is? That's how beautiful marriage can be. Don't let anybody deceive you. Uncle Patrick said Miami is for Legge Miami. You see, Uncle Patrick knows what I'm trying to say. Exactly. You know, don't let anybody deceive you. Marriage can be as beautiful as the wedding. But anything that's worthwhile is not easy. It's not going to come easy. Anything that's beautiful, or we call beautiful, like for example, only God knows how much work Temi has put into designing this wedding. There's no way that she probably didn't have a night that she cried. Oh, you didn't know that, right? Yes. Think of marriage the same way, right? This idea that people are, because when I see people talk about marriage, they're just fantasizing about the unrealistic, right? They're looking, they don't say it out in these exact words, but they're looking for a perfect marriage to fall out of the skies. So when they find themselves in Poto, they are now like, oh, they think it's just them going through Poto. No, those ones that have good marriage, they've gone through something, and they have come out refined, and it looks beautiful. And yes, it can be that beautiful. Some of you, not the Prestige family, some of you that are passing by, some of you think when you see a good marriage, the first thing that comes to mind is they're probably lying to us. Yeah. So I heard somebody today on social media say, most of those marriages that people are suffering in it. You see, the most is not about the statistic itself. It's about the mindset that relates so badly with that sentence to say that out loud. That is more of the issue. You know, the statistics are going to be what they are. They're always going to be what they are. They're going to change back and forth. The statistics does not have to be your personal story. That's really what I wanted to take away from this one today. But let's move on so we can get into some other. Oh yeah, let's get into the story that we want to cover today. And let me see. Thank you guys. Uncle Beno say, I just wish people would stop beefing Davido by bringing him into every conversation. Davido lives his life and people should leave him alone. Uncle Beno, at this point you have unrealistic expectations. We are all living Davido's life with him, and I think that is a blessing. Davido is a rock star. Okay, we're all living his life on him. So every now and then when the basketballs come to him, he should get down on his knees and thank his goodness for having such a blessed life, and make sure that he hires a very good therapist too, to make sure that his mental health is safe. If Davido wedding is poor, I beg, go have your own. Let's compare. These are superstars, Uncle Beno. I beg. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified when we go live. We'll be right back. That I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.